think that I'm running in place? Y'all really testing my patience. Right before I blow up the spot, I had to get back to the basics. What if my talent is wasted? And see what I'm lacking the placement. Thoughts as I rap in the basement, but my come up is legend, is greatness.
My name's Harry Bouchier. I'm a tennis player from Hobart, Tasmania. I'm the youngest of two siblings. My brother and sister both grew up playing tennis, and I was just brought up on the tennis court. My mum was a bit of a tennis coach, so always hanging around the courts when I was younger. Yeah, I made the move over to Melbourne for tennis, not academic, that's for sure. Yeah, it was great. I had to learn independence when I was quite young, moving over there at 15. So it really accelerated my growth, and I'm really thankful that I did it. My first breakthrough was the 14s nationals. I played the 12s, the 14s, 16s, but the first time I got really past the second round is when I won the 14s nationals in Melbourne. For me, that was my biggest accomplishment, just because it was the first time that I really knew that I wanted to be a tennis player. And then going to Junior Davis Cup with Thanasi Kokkinakis and Blake Mott, we came second in the world, so that was a really eye-opener for me. I always knew I wanted to be a tennis player. It's just a journey, a long journey. It's taken me longer than I would have liked, but I'm still on the journey, and I'm heading for the top.
How to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause
living out of a suitcase it's been tough. It's had some challenges, but also I enjoy it. Go away for a couple of months at a time before I return home or see my partner somewhere overseas. Every week is a new city, new place, so not often I get to explore those places, just going between the hotel and the courts. But also you got the up and coming events, you got to organise your entries, travel, accommodation. So in terms of funding for my tennis career, it can be pretty tough at times, relying on prize money. So depending on how I go each week is how much funding or how much money goes into my account. And if I have a good week on the court, but if I have a bad week, then probably get to see more of the city. So for me, not seeing the city is a good option. It means I'm doing well in the tournament. Traveling with family and obviously friends is tough. It's pretty sporadic, but I try and make do. Obviously my partner Rebecca and I have a really good relationship, and that works with me traveling. Hopefully down the track she'll be able to travel with me full time, but at the moment it's sort of just a little bit here and there depending on work schedules as well. Yeah, during COVID I had the option to go overseas. There were still tournaments going on, professional tournaments, but that meant I would have to quarantine when I returned home, and that was probably something I was dreading the most, spending 14 days locked in a hotel room. And then obviously the cost that comes with that. You sort of have to book a business class ticket home to guarantee your seat, which isn't cheap. I know a lot of the other tennis players spent good 10 grand getting back into the country. So yeah, a bit of financial problem with that, and also getting into the tournaments. I wasn't sort of guaranteed getting into tournaments because there was a lot of tournaments getting cancelled, and meaning the tournaments made stronger throughout the world. Yeah, I love coming back to Tassie. It always feels like home, nothing's really changed. Spent a year apart this year, and I come back and not too much has changed down here, which is always a good thing. Enjoy seeing my family and seeing friends, so no, I do thoroughly enjoy Hobart and definitely Tasmania as a whole. Advice to younger Tassie athletes, first and foremost, enjoy it. But at the same time, don't push yourself if you don't want to do it. You'll only get so far doing that, and then you'll get burnt out and quit earlier than you should. The longevity of it is much more enjoyable, and it is a journey, so if you're not there now, then just keep chipping away and the journey will take you wherever it wants to. And Tassie Athlete, I came across the page and I thought it was such a great way of raising awareness for Tassie athletes. Sport can be tough and there's not much funding, and raising awareness and attention to those smaller sports and letting those athletes tell their story, because often you just see them competing in their own sport and not knowing their story and their background. So however big or small the following is, it is good to hear their story and the story behind it. My name's Harry Boucher, and I had oats this morning with a bit of Vegemite on toast.